Hey everybody, this is Dan, April the 20th, 2012, back with another video. This one is entitled, Snitches! Snitches, snitches, snitches. I thought we didn't snitch anymore. Actually, I don't care if you snitch or not, if you see a crime being committed, by all means, tell! No, in all actuality, just depends on the situation. But I'm looking at this George Zimmerman thing, man. I'm looking at it. And has anyone seen the video of him testifying at his bond hearing where he was granted the bond? That man looks darker than Barack Obama. Why in the heezy are we still saying that this man is white? I just want to know that. What makes George Zimmerman white, people? Can anybody tell me? Can any of you people that don't like this video leave a comment before I block you and tell me, why do you think that George Zimmerman is white? Now, the second question I have is, why is it if Trayvon Martin was killed by another no good ass brother out there, and I won't say what I really want to say because I try and keep it respectful on my channel, it wouldn't be nothing said about it. If Trayvon Martin was shot down in the pork and beans community of Miami, Florida, with 50 black folks standing around, if he was shot down like a dog with 50 people looking and nobody said nothing to the police, we would never know his name. And the only people that would be trying to find out or find any justice for this man would be the police. Not Al Sharpton, not Jesse Jackson, not the new Black Panther parties, not none of y'all wearing y'all hoodies, not no athletes, not no actors, not no President Barack Obama, nobody. Because guess what, people? It's happening right now. And I go back to the incident that happened in Miami at the funeral last month. No, I'm sorry, this month, where 14 people got shot, 2 people killed, 5-year-old girl shot, also wounded, at a funeral for a gangbanger. And somebody approached the casket in the funeral and touched the body the wrong way, and they thought it was a gang sign. It was a sign of disrespect to the dead person because there was a rival gang member in there that everybody knew. But to this day, nobody arrested, nobody having a bond hearing on TV so the world can see. Nothing. Only thing they got was black males in a white car. You know who killed them? But now we mad at the white people that live in this subdivision because they ain't snitching on George Zimmerman, or they backing up his version of the story. What are you going to do when something happens in your community? You see, one thing I've learned, and I have to go back to a sermon I heard Reverend Bostic from the Way of God Church under Pastor Tony Smith. He said something very profound. He said, see, the problem is not what happened to Trayvon Martin. The problem is what we are allowing to happen to ourselves. And I'm of the opinion that won't nobody respect you. You will never be an exception to the rule unless you make yourselves exception to the rule. You see, how many times do you see a white man getting shot down by the police in America? I'm waiting. How many times did you read that? Unless he was some Well, you know what? They don't even shoot poor white trash down in America. So let me rephrase that. Now we're talking straight business here. How many times do you see a Jewish person getting shot down in New York? How many times? I just want to know if you can tell me how many times that you seen somebody from Israel visiting America get shot down by the police. Now, while I'm on that subject, I know I'm not just some ignorant person. I know there are many real black Jews. Matter of fact, there are about 10 different groups of black Jews. But I'm talking about Jewish people. How many times do you see them disrespected in America? How many times? You know why? Because they have made themselves an exception to the rule by not putting up with it. See, we're the only ones adopt all this stupid mess. No snitching in the hood. No snitch. Well, see, okay, if you don't snitch, that means that you just leave this killer on the street for the next man to get his bullet. Or maybe it might come around to your family. Then the cycle continues and continues and continues because we have not made ourselves exceptions to the rule. I just want to know, people. See, people been coming at me because they say, oh, nigga, you ignorant. And I hate that word. Oh, nigga, you this. Oh, nigga, you that. You a coon. You a sellout. You this, you that. Just because I bring a objective point of view to things. I told y'all in my video, what's next for George Zimmerman? I told you on Straight Shooting 4 that more evidence will come out. Now we got photos of George Zimmerman's bloody head taken minutes after he shot Trayvon Martin. And they got the GPS of the phone. They got the GPS timestamp, the GPS coordinates that put that phone exactly at the place of the incident that happened. Smartphone technology, you know, the ones that the police catch you drug dealers with when you're on the run. That type of technology. Taking photos of this man's head full of blood. But I was called stupid, ignorant, kissing a white man ass and everything else when I said, just wait. I'm not going to make no opinion about everything because I know it's always more to the book than meets the eye. And the prosecutor had this evidence the whole time it's coming out. That's the reason why they're looking at probing the special prosecutor for ethical violations, because she didn't lay that out in the arrest complaint or the arrest affidavit. And that's called exculpatory evidence. And the only thing it does in the court of public opinion is it builds a case of self-defense in favor of George Zimmerman. And believe me, like I said in my Next for George Zimmerman video, that is going to go a long way at the evidentiary hearing or the stand your ground hearing before any jury, before any trial is even done. His lawyer is loving that. And if you watch the press briefing today, or if you watch George Zimmerman's father testify yesterday at the bond hearing, you would have heard, or it might have been today, you would have heard the lawyer, O'Mara, ask George Zimmerman's father that was on the phone, did you talk to the state attorney's office? His answer was, yes, one time. They didn't call back. Then he asked him, did they share with you photos? He asked him, first he asked George Zimmerman's father, did he take photos? He said no. Then he asked him, did they show you photos? You see, people, that leads me to believe and know that they had this photo that ABC is able to get their hands on. And I told you already in the other video, I said that enhanced technology was performed on the video where he was getting out the police car, where the police officer actually looked at the back of his head. Why was he looking at the back of the man's head, people? Why? Because there was something there. It always was bruises there. They treat you with iodine at the scene of an accident, alcohol, whatever it is, and it may have started the clotting properties inside of his head, or maybe he clots fast or whatever, and it stopped bleeding. But that was free flowing blood, people. So what do you think is going to happen at the evidentiary hearing? Okay, so I guess now you're going to be mad at the people that are speaking for George Zimmerman, because they're speaking against the people that are speaking for Trayvon Martin. Man, that's why I say we have to wait, let the cards fall where they may. And don't think this guy's just going to get railroaded, people. It's not going to work, because they know that he does not have a public defender. This man's lawyer is not going to let these people railroad him. And neither are none of the proponents of this bill, the Stand Your Ground bill, which was co-written by the NRA. Don't think that his lawyer is going along, people. That man has the top-notch advisors with him. Trust me on that when I tell you. If the NRA can keep black people from having a vote in Washington, D.C., and can co-write a bill in Florida, can co-write the Stand Your Ground bill in Florida, which basically allows people to kill people at will, do you think they're just going to roll over in this case? Use your head. You can't make this stuff up.